Hey, good evening, everybody. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So first of all, allow me to apologize because I wanted to do this video from my laptop, but I'm having some challenges with this machine. I don't know what's happening right now. I'm just having some technical hitches. So because I couldn't wait any longer, I've been trying to get on like the last couple of hours, and it's just my machine is like pretending it wants to go bonkers. So anyway, that aside, I decided to do the video on my phone. So bear with me on this recording. And why I couldn't wait until I fixed things is because I just wanted to share something that I've been working on, and I'm hoping you guys can see my screen. Not really something that I've been working on, sorry. I wanted to share how the week has been this week as we've been trading, right? You guys, if you're here for the first time on my channel, you know that or rather not you know that, but my channel is all about Forex, and I usually talk about Forex trading as well as crypto investing. And on my Forex end of things, I just tend to analyze the charts and every week on Sunday. So yes, today's not a Sunday, so we're not doing a weekly analysis on this video. This is just a recap of my week. I do have a Telegram signals group where every week, Monday to Thursday, I share trade ideas. And people who subscribe to my channel are able to take those ideas and use them, one or two, whatever number they want to take, and they can possibly earn some pips. And we've had some great days in the channel. We started officially in March of this year, but prior to that, I had a channel before since 2019 May, and I've always been sharing trade ideas in that channel. And then I transitioned into this new one where now I actually offer paid signals because it's what I do right now, part of what I do outside of education and so on and so forth. So why I'm doing this video, guys, is I'm really, really excited because you guys can see my goal screen. Let me give you some backstory to this. I have been, since I started with this channel and getting subscribers and people who are actually paying to get the signals and whatnot, I realized I needed to also up my game and everything. And I really, really love what I do. And I really want the people on the traders on my signals group to win, right? To win at trading. And not necessarily, yes, I teach, we have beginners and advanced Forex classes. But we also have traders who just are like, okay, is there a place they can get reliable signals? So that's where my signals group comes in. And I've been actually working on tweaking. I say tweaking my strategy that I've been on for the last 2 or 3 years, and added a bit of spice to it. And I have to report that in the last couple of weeks, we've done really, really well with this new strategy that I'm on. And I actually, yesterday night, we had a class with the advanced students. And coincidentally, I was actually teaching them my strategy, how I've refined my trading, and how I feel that it's become so much easier for traders once they learn that strategy to be able to trade. And of course, this is, I've learned this from my mentors, and for me, it's just all about just giving back, because my mentors, they mentored me over a couple of years, and for me, it's just giving back to other people as well. So back to my signals group specifically, let me just go to my signals group. So this is my signals channel. And as you guys can see, we've been at it. If I scroll, since March, I don't, but if I spend so much time going there, but really basically, we've been at it since March. You can see these every single day. This is just last month. Every single day, Monday to Thursday, I just share trade ideas. I tell people, in the London session, because we trade, I share trade ideas, London session and New York session. And what I do is I analyze the market, okay? Prior to that, I share my analysis for the different pairs that I'm looking at on a specific day. So as you can see, this is May 25th. This is last week. And I give, I show people my charts and everything. Like this was DJ last week, and where I'm thinking DJ will go in that session. Maybe it's a London session. This was AUD USD. So this is what I usually do in the morning when I'm starting out the day before I give out the signals. I just want people to also have a look at what I am seeing, so that by the time I'm giving a signal, in case they want to maybe take more pips than maybe the minimum, because I usually give people multiple targets. Okay, so there's a take profit at one level, and you can take profit at a second and final target level. So when I share my charts, then people are able to kind of just have a reference point in terms of the charts, and basically what I'm thinking, and maybe they can pick one or two things from what I'm sharing. So this is my signals group. I am really, really grateful for these 49 subscribers. They have really taken my trading to another level, and I'm forever grateful. And guys, if you're listening, anyone who has just trusted me on their trading journey, there's a lot of criticism out there about, you shouldn't take signals are a waste of time and money and things like that. And yes, as that can be true, okay, because you find that sometimes if you subscribe to a service and you just find that the alerts are not as great, and things happen in the market and people get frustrated. What I can say is we've been lucky, okay. The last 3 months since we launched, we've at least over 70% of the time we are making money, even higher, but I'll be very conservative. And at this point in time, I'll just say this as well. When it comes to trading, I am not a financial advisor. I am just a trader. I learned how to trade. I paid for a course in 2018, and for 2.5 years, I was just being mentored by really, really awesome traders. And eventually, when I felt, I'd gotten enough from the community, and I felt like locally in my community, a lot of people were struggling in terms of learning and trying to understand this thing called trading, I then decided, okay, to begin my own service. Okay, so I'm indebted to these 49 traders who have trusted me to just help grow their accounts. Whether they take one signal from my calls every single day, I share about 2 to 5 conservatively signals per session, but usually, and you're gonna just see how that looks like this was 25th of May. I'll literally give you a setup like this. I'll be like, this is the first trade, sell stop, it's a sell stop, euro AUD, EP, I'll give you the entry price, take TP1, take profit 1, which is usually the minimum 10 pips, take profit 2 is usually 20 pips target, and then I'll look at the extended target for anyone who's like an intraday trader and whatnot. So I'll also give the SL, which is a stop loss, and you can see all my trades come with stop loss. So on this journey, as a trader who goes out there and gives signals, there's one thing I'll tell you guys is very nerve-wracking, okay? What is very nerve-wracking is that if we take a hit in the market, I know there will be traders who will not be very happy, and people may be it's called a discourage and everything, and it does happen once in a while. We do take hits. I mean, I remember NFP Thursday, in May, we actually had a very interesting, I don't know if it was in May or April, we had a very interesting week on NFP Thursday. NFP is NFP, right? And but these guys have been with me from the very beginning, and again, very happy about you guys just being able to subscribe to my channel. So that being said, like I said, these are the signals, right? You can see all the signals there. Like I said, 2 to 5 signals per session. Like this is the London session. But as you can see, London session, for example, on that day, I shared about 8 trades, okay? And actually more, 9, 10 trades. Okay, so You obviously, as a trader, you don't take all the trades. I mean, most of us, we take 1 or 2 trades. I mean, I don't in my account. There are some people who possibly do that, but I usually don't advise it. If you're going to take an index trade like German 30, for example, you can't take all the trades. I mean, you'll end up blowing an account or overextending your account. So of course, you know, there's, if you're a trader, you already know about risk management, and just being able to risk just an amount of money in your account or capital, that is not going to put your whole account into risk. And usually I tell people risk 1 to 3% of your account at a time. Okay. So that being said, what I also, you can see we have done the London session, there was the New York session the same day, okay, on the 25th. So this is basically what I've been doing actively for the last 3 months. Now we are in June, okay, so successfully for the last 3 months. And I say successfully because we've had some really good trades. Like you can see, some of the trades I've given, you know, AJ 25 pips bagged, 14 pips on that. And then I usually give summaries at the end of the session. And one thing, just to assure people, I try to be transparent. So this is why I'm actually doing this video, because I think it's very important. Yes, we do get hits. You can see DE is German 30, our buy stop BS, the SL hit. Okay, so yes, we do trade with SL and we lost 43 points on that day. And DJ, we also lost, okay? And you can see there are 44 people who have looked at this post. These are part of the 49 subscribers. So this is not something I'm making up. People are actually in this group and they're taking my signals. Yes, so we've had our losses, you can see, and we've had our wins, and everything. And then I usually give a summary, okay, the next day. Okay, so this was of Tuesday, of how we did in the market. So I give a blanket summary of the London and New York sessions, okay, the trades that I shared. So you can see all these trades here, okay. These are both for the London and New York session. And you can see the trades that went really okay. And then you can see the buy stop for DJ, the losses. You can see the German 30. You can see the GBP and ZD. Stop loss hit at 17 pips, CAD JPY 17 pips. So you can see CJ is just CAD JPY, just shortened them to make it easier. And then I share now the summary in terms of the pips and points that we won or lost. So you can see here 14 trades were executed. Out of these 14 trades, 10 trades were won, 4 were lost. And then obviously I total everything up. And then we have our average daily win. This is out of the losses and out of the wins vis-a-vis the losses. This is the balance. This is what we actually won on average. Now, these numbers may look good, but doesn't mean that everybody is winning at the same rate. Again, that's very clear to make, because obviously people are cherry picking what they want to pick. So if you're somebody who likes to trade indices and you took German 30 on that day, you lost 43 points. If you took my German US 30 as well, the buy stops, you lost, okay? But then the thing is, just hold on. The thing is, yeah, so the thing is, it's different every single day. And this is where I also like to put disclaimers and say past results do not guarantee future results, okay? So just because we had 14 trades, 10 trades won and others didn't, doesn't mean that necessarily this is what happens every single day. But I like to be transparent, okay? Again, disclaimer, I'm not a financial advice. I just share my trade ideas based on my own personal opinion. So people who subscribe and actually take my trades do so because they have, and they trust that my pips or my trade ideas are actually legit. And again, like I said, really thank you guys for subscribing, for those who do subscribe. So that's on a day-to-day basis. So you can see, like, this is the 26th, again, more signals and whatnot. Now that you've seen that this is what we do, I just want to scroll so you can see this is on the 26th, the next day. You can see the trades that were won. You can see the ones which have an X that we stop loss was hit, 17 pips stop loss there. And we have the wins. And then of course, I have my summary trades for the Wednesday, okay? And so on and so forth. So let me fast forward to yesterday, because I think for me, this is my highlight, because last week we hit our 3rd month in our signals group, and last month we did about, let me just reconfirm, I have an interaction group which is accessible to everybody, and I usually post content there that is, I usually post now like our average win. So this was our average win the last 3 months, okay, since we started. So in March we did 79.6% average. And like, again, just for you to understand, all I'm saying is, out of all the trades that I share in the month, we had 79.6% wins. Okay, so if I do, like, let's say 8 trades in the London session, another, let's say 5 trades in the New York session, that's about 13 trades. So we trade Monday to Thursdays. I share trade ideas Monday to Thursday, both sessions, except on Mondays I only do New York session. So what I'm saying is, when we tally those numbers up, this is what we are seeing. So in between that, yes, there are some days that are better than others, some are worse than others, but on average, this is our win. And why I tell any subscriber to my channel, I tell them, please don't just subscribe for 1 month. We have a package for 6 months, okay? That is $25 per month for 6 months. And when you trade with me longer, then you get to also have an opportunity to actually grow your account progressively. There'll be times you take hits, but then when you actually make when you're not taking the hits and you're actually making money in the market, it's really, really good. So March, as you can see, 79% average win. April, we did 88%. May last month, we did 84%. Now, guys, these are real numbers. I'm not making anything up. And also, I'm not saying this is what is going to be happening every single time, because like I said, past results not guarantee future results. But I just want to tell you guys that I work very, very hard to provide value in this signals group. I am not here to try and say I'm the best trader, okay? But I'm just saying, since May 2019, I have been sharing trade ideas in my interaction channel, okay? So this is my group. You can see we are 862 members in this group. This is the interaction channel. There's a lot of members here who are not subscribers to my signals group. Some could be students in my coaching Forex programs and so on and so forth. So it's not like but these are people who have interacted with me since May 2019. So this is how, I can't scroll all that way, but I'll take a screenshot later on and share it and just show you guys proof that actually we've been around for a while. So this is something I have done, and I have become, because it's like a muscle that I've been training, and I keep on telling people, trading is all about consistency. I was talking about this in our advanced class last night, and just telling people, guys, it's all about consistency. It's all about discipline. It's all about your psychology. Okay. So for me, for the last, couple of months, weeks, and everything, I have a way that I trade. I do it consistently on a specific day. I don't trade Fridays. I try not to trade Mondays unless I see a really, really good opportunity. But I do give signals on Mondays because I know some people want to get into the market, especially in the New York session on a Monday. But I'm very specific. I trade like 3 times a week, and mostly the London session. I'll take 1 or 2 trades, 1 or 2. So I don't even take all my trades, like I said before. Anyway, so that being said, why I'm excited and I'm really sorry if I'm rambling, but like I said, I've been working on a strategy, okay? And it's actually, really, really helped with my trading and the signals, the quality of the signals that I share. And I just want to show you guys something, and I wish I could have done this on the laptop. So basically, let me just scroll. The June 3rd is yesterday, because today is June 4th. So yesterday I shared during the London session, I did about 10 trade ideas, okay? 10 trade ideas, analyzed 10 different pairs, and saw the different, and you can back test this at 11:30. You can go back, if you can literally go back, like, and actually see that at this specific time I shared this idea, but you can go to the chart and actually check the entries in terms of the entry price that I gave, and then look at the different TPs and see how far, when I give the summary of, saying that we've done 18 pips, we've done 20 pips, we've done 15 pips for this, and you can see DJ yesterday, we hit stop loss. I gave a trade that the entry was a bit premature. Okay, looking in hindsight, I had missed something. So that happens sometimes in the trade. And I know guys are like, okay, but we don't want to lose money in the market. This is Forex. The thing about Forex is you will lose money, okay? You will take hits, yeah? But the idea is just managing your risk. And that's why we use stop loss, so that that day when NFP happens, for example, or something happens that you had not anticipated, because nobody knows exactly 100% where a market is going, okay? So if that happens, you protect your account from total loss. So yes, we took a hit, but this specific trade, DJ, it was a sell stop. That was the first one that executed. The buy stop executed later in the evening in the New York session. So this sell stop executed in the London session, but it was a bit premature, so it pulled back and hit stop loss. But I was very sure that it was going to drop. I knew that my entry had, so I quickly told guys that the DJSS stop loss parameters over lunch hour around 1 o'clock, because I gave the trade at 11, it executed and then it hit stop loss. But when I looked at the market again, I was like, this thing is going to drop. So I gave instructions and I said, okay, guys, DJSS parameters are still valid for re-entry. And so meaning get back in. And guys, and later on I updated a couple of minutes later and said, okay, about half an hour later, I said, the SS has actually activated and we've actually bagged 85 points. And if you look at the origin, and this was just based on the original DJ trade, US 30, and you can see I had given people the entry price for the sell stop, sorry about that, and then the take profit I'd given at 200 points. Okay, now at the time I updated at about 120 there, it had gotten to 85 points. Okay, but my target was TP3. And guys, if we look the TP3 right now, you can see, sorry about that. How do I do this? I'm trying to okay, so I hope you can see this. The TP3 is 34,754, which is 200 points from 34,552, which was the entry price, okay, at 11 o'clock. Yes, we hit, sorry, this is the buy stop, sorry. The sell stop is 34,533, and the TP is 34,333, okay, because it was selling. So it pushed down 200 points. That was my anticipation. Now, if I look at the chart here and I open DJ US 30, okay, let's look at this. Okay, so this was my initial analysis. US 30, the sell stop, 30, you can see entry price 34,533. So you can see here, my entry, the gray number here is 34,553. Okay. If you can see on the right, you can see 34,553. That is for the sell stop. Then whatever is up there is the parameter for the buy stop. Okay. And you can see my long position tool there. And we can see this DJ eventually dropped and it got to 34,337. Now, this is a true story, guys. I did not, like this happened. Okay. This was at 11 p.m., 11 a.m. Okay. If you look at the timestamp there, and when I even edited it and I told people, I was corrected. I'd put the wrong SL, so I corrected it. And then later I updated guys and I told them that we've hit 85 points. So this is the 85 point mark. And if you even look at the long position tool, it went beyond 85 points. This is 196 points. So technically, we got our 200 points, 4 points shy of 200 points on DJ, on the sell stop. Then I also, then after that, in the New York session, US 30, which I had given as a buy stop, executed. okay, in the New York session. So when I come down here to the updates, I updated guys about the DJ buy stop. Wait a minute. So we're in the New York session here. So the DJ, wait, where's that? Where are we? Okay, did I update, guys? This is DJ. Oh, the buy stop executed late in the New York session time. So I don't think I updated. I think by that time we were dead asleep. So yeah, because this is the SS. So parameters. Okay, so I didn't update it in this group. But if we look at the original sell stop that the buy stop that I gave, 34552, it executed overnight Kenyan time, and 200,34754. So let's see what happened. 34754. So DJ, so this was the entry 34552. Just look to the right. Okay, look at the long position tool, and we can see where DJ is right now. So technically DJ executed, I'm trying to move this here, so we can see where the price of DJ actually hit, just shy of 34,740, and my take profit that I'd given in the group yesterday at 11 in terms of the buy stop was 34,754. So guys, when I say that, you know, some of these trades really pan out well, when I say that I share trade ideas in my signals group, for any haters out there, this is actually real. Okay, so somebody in my group, if they took this trade, actually made money. Now, let me tell you the most exciting trade for my week, and I think my entire month. Again, why I'm excited, because I've been implementing a new strategy, or actually I've tweaked my old strategy. And this is a trade I gave gold. I gave gold. So gold is interesting because I gave a sell stop for gold. Let me look for that sell stop. And I gave it in the morning. Here we go. London session. I also shared a sell stop for gold at 11:20. We can see the entry price is 1890.20. Take profit 1, 2, and 3. Take profit 3 initial, I put at 100 pips, but I gave an intraday target of 200 pips, telling guys that, you know what, this thing will definitely get to 200 points. But if you want to get out safely, get out at the 100 pips. Okay. So you guys can see that when I go to my gold on my chart, I was at 11:20. So gold is here. Because you see, once I've shared a trade, I can't take it back. You know, guys have already looked at it and they're like, they already set it, and you know. So if you look at the sell stop, let me remove this Fibonacci for now so that you guys can have a clearer. So you can see what happened. Okay, the sell happened. You can see the sell happened. Let's look at the entry, 1890.20. Okay, so can we confirm that from 1890, let me take this tool here, 1890, this is where we sold at 1890 about that 20, around here, 1890.26 is fair enough. You guys can see. Let me just, can I take it lower? I don't know, 1890.09. Okay, so 0.20. Yeah, that's where I called the trade for a sell. What a sell. So I basically told guys, okay, if you take this trade, sorry, I have a lot of lines on my, so let me just delete some. I have a lot of lines on my whatever, it's because my screen is so tiny, so please don't mind that. Oh, excuse me, sorry for that. So let's assume that I can change. So for a sell, okay, we can see from this level, 1890, gold pushed down to my first TP was 1880, which is, you can see it's about this level. So we hit 100 pips at that level. And then intraday target was 200 pips away. So that would be about 1870. And gold went beyond 1870 because 1870 is around here. So technically, from that London call of the buy stop, we made 200 pips selling gold. Now, double trouble, or is it double? We made money twice, or whoever took these trades twice made money twice. So that was the sell stop. I also gave a buy stop same time, 11:11. So but then the sell stop executed before the buy stop. Now, if you guys look at this properly, gold, between the drop at the beginning of this trade till where it's rested down here, gold had dropped over 500 pips, I think 540 pips or something crazy like that. And during my class in the evening yesterday, one of my students had asked about, okay, where is this thing going? And he had planned, he wanted to get into a buy. Thankfully, he didn't get into a buy because he says he had a blackout and during the 4 p.m. New York session. And so he was saved by the day, because had he gotten into that trade, he would have been, by the time we were joining our class in the evening, he probably would have been 200 points, maybe 100 and something points in the red. So we talked about, I actually told them in the class that, hey, this trade, the way it's looking, because by the time it was 4 p.m., the trade was around 18, maybe 70 there. And so we did the class, and I told them during the class that this thing will likely go to the 1856. That was my exact 1856 level. And so I told them, once it gets to the 1856 level, you can now buy it back to the top, right? And just so that, and you can see my buy stop is 1890. My buy stop was, was about the say, oh, sorry, I gave a buy limit, not a buy stop. So let's look at that buy limit. I gave a buy limit for gold during the New York session. Okay. So during the New York session, first of all, I gave a buy stop for gold. Okay. Then I gave a buy limit. So the buy stop only got to 12 pips. Then that's when the drop happened. So that was not a really exciting trade. But the buy limit that I gave in the New York session is here. This was the last trade I think I called for the New York session. And yes, and we were done. So 1858. So I had actually put 1867 as an entry price. And then when the trade closed, when the trade by the beginning of the New York session had dropped quite a number of points, I actually came and posted an update and told guys at 5 p.m. 17:15. So I had first posted the buy limit at 5:05, and then I came and I told guys at 5:15, 17:15, and I gave a chart for an explanation of why I was seeing gold had dropped that number of pips. Of course, it's also NFP week. But I was like, guys, XU dropped 250 pips today. We bagged 200 of those. When I look at the dollar index, it explains one of the reasons, a great way to wrap the week. Then I told guys, I gave an update. So I told them, based on the New York session buy limit that I had given, remember this was the buy limit, I then updated at 5:06, just after I posted it, that this may or may not happen. I will update later in the evening whether to disregard or change the parameters. So my initial entries were at 1867. And then in the morning, I had put an alert for gold. If you see, guys, this 1858 level here, this is actually, you can see there's an alarm here sign just showing that there's an alert. So I was woken up in my Kenyan time around 4:30 by this, the alarm went off on gold telling me that the price had actually dropped below my alert area, my signal area. So I woke up and I was like, okay, it's actually time to buy. And I'd actually told people that I will, one is either the trade will get to that level, or it won't get to this 1858 level. It'll just get to the 1867. And the initial buy limit was there. So two things would have happened or happened. One, the people who read my message about adjusting their parameters to 1858 in time, maybe if they were in a different time zone, they probably saw that and adjusted. If they didn't adjust, there were people who had already put the buy limit at 1867. But guess what? Either way, both of these guys, because my parameter is at the end of this buy that's going up, is at 1903. That's about 459 pips. Okay. I had given a 450 target. So we are still trying to make our way to the 450 target. And here is confirmation of that. I even told people at 5 morning, just been woken up by an alert on my phone on XU as anticipated. Remember, I woke up at actually 4:30. That's when the alarm went off. Then I looked at the charts for a bit. And then that's when I came at 5 and I told guys, hey, the parameters, please note the adjusted parameters. So the guys possibly who were in the New York session, New York time zones, probably saw this. Those who didn't and were just asleep Kenyan time, they entered the trade at 1867. So these guys got in at 8. So this is what happened. You can see at 5:16, this is where gold was. And that's when I was updating guys again. Gold has dropped. And then we can see I kept on updating as it kept on. This is now at 7 a.m. in the morning. Gold had moved about 100 pips. So the guys who at 1867 level, their buy limits were executed. The ones who got in early at 1858, they had already made 100 pips. I mean, I can't make this up, right? Can I? Then at 11 later on this Friday, today, 11 o'clock, 11:17, I then posted that, again, how the different, the trade was looking. And I even told guys, even if you didn't jump into the trade late, even if you jumped into this trade late, meaning at 1867 and didn't adjust your parameters, you have made a cool 100 pips at a minimum. But so far it had moved 170 points. And then, I mean, if we look at gold now, we are way more than 170 pips. We are literally gone. So of course I updated people. Yesterday we only had one trade that hit stop loss, which was the DJSS that we ended up re-entering, but it was a really, really good day yesterday. And we averaged about 1148 pips or points, because obviously the indices we calculate in terms of points. 18 trades executed on Thursday alone, 17 trades won, 1 trade lost. So this is not a standard thing, but why I'm excited is because what I have been testing on our signals group and also in my personal trading is actually looking really good. And this is why I'm just going to encourage people, just, subscribe to my signals channel, guys. Join the Fierrrce Tradehouse alerts. I work freaking hard to make sure that guys make money with the signals. And you can see at 3:15, I later updated people. If you trusted me on this trade, I want to say thank you. You just made 300 pips. Okay. And as we can see, we are not just at 300 pips, we are almost hitting take profit at 459 pips. So even if you close your day now, it's fine. It's a Friday. You can go and have a drink. You can go spend time with family, knowing that the week ended on a high. So sorry for this. Let me make apologies for this long video, trying to break this down, but it just shows you my excitement about what we are doing and achieving in our signals group. I don't say this lightly. I'm actually doing a whole Zoom to just explain this. And the fact that in my advanced class last night, I actually talked about this and taught about the strategy. It's not really my own strategy per se, because it's a confluence of different things I've learned over the years. So I've learned from amazing, great mentors, in the different areas, like Michael Huddleston and so on and so forth. So I really attribute, and I Am Academy, that's where I started my initial education. And I know, guys, knock I Am Academy, but I'm going to say this without fear of, that was my foundation. That was my foundation. Anybody who knows me knows my story. When I got started learning how to trade Forex, I didn't even have any money on me. I was on the verge of eviction. So that was my story in 2018. So if you're watching this video and you want to learn how to trade, guys, please come to the Fierrrce Tradehouse. Okay. We do have a Discord group right about here. We have our beginners, Forex for beginners. Okay. We have 13 students in our beginners class. These are part of the beginners in the first whatever. And then we have our advanced class. We have about 7 students. Okay. So I actually teach people how to trade. Our courses are, I think, okay in terms of affordability. We have a payment plan. And then, of course, we have our signals group. If you want more information, please jump on my Telegram right now. My interaction group here. Jump on it and let's just get you started. Okay, so thank you very much, and thank you for tuning in. As always, please like, subscribe, click the notification bell so that you guys can get notifications every time I put up a video. And yes, look out for my Sunday weekly analysis where I share my outlook for the week. And anytime I also get some crypto trade ideas, who knows, I may just pop a few into the weekly analysis. So thank you, guys, and do have a lovely evening and weekend ahead.